lay up. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going on track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this the 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going on track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. I got his.
Yo, that always bangs every single time, dude. Man, we gotta have still here and still vibing. That's like literally every time this one hits, it's just like that song feels right. It just feels fucking right, man. Totally wrecked, but still here. We got the thing. What's up, King Blue? What's up, J Dunk? What's up, Primus? Dude, Primus, whatever you are, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. It is a great intro. That song is a banger. Shout out to Canva, some artists that put their music on Canva. Let's fucking go. We need to get them into NFTs, putting some tracks for Board TV. Justin, still alive for sure. We're hanging in there. Definitely. We got Sanj gear. We got 8 Fest gear. 2 different ones. Myself and Bryce rocking the freaking Hong Kong. We got the Coda Drip. Yo, we are freaking drippy. To be honest, we're excited to be here because we've been doing this shit for like almost 2 years now. And the reality is, like, we've been here through the bear. We've been here at the very beginning when we thought we were foolish. Me for sure. Thinking, damn, dude, man, we're about to do like MTV Cribs and the other side tomorrow. And dude, like thinking back, like we were fucking foolish for thinking that. Like, honest to God. But we will do that shit one day. MTV Cribs
would have been a cool idea,
bro.
Codependent.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to. But dude, before we get into, there's a lot to talk about. Actually, definitely vibe check. I love Bryce's little freaking tag today because that's exactly kind of where we're at, I think. And there's a lot to talk about. But before we get there, Bryce, obviously the timeline is a roller coaster, is how I'd explain it. Mm-hmm. But how are you the last week or so?
Honestly, I feel nothing. I mean,
that's true, dude. Numb, bro.
At this point, I don't even care what happens to him. Right. It's one of those. I mean, I'll always hold my ape. Yeah, right.
I'm in danger.
I don't care what happens to him. But yeah, I mean, honestly, the last 5-6 days, I've been so focused on Blast that honestly haven't even cared about the floor right now. But yeah, definitely vibes kind of sad seeing everybody's, tweeting there, goodbye to my ape. Which, Godspeed. Hope the best for him, and welcome to the new members.
Yep. I think that's the focus. Let's throw it to Will. Will, I know we're all kind of running ragged a little bit. You're eating some dinner, maybe some din, a cupcake, a brownie. I don't know what you got rolling. You just put us into the metaverse with your mic.
Quesadilla.
Oh shit! But sorry, no, you're good. You're good. It's just when you move that bastard, it's like, dude.
My apologies.
No, you're good. Bro, how have you been,
dude? I've been pretty good. Same as Bryce. It's just another day. Oh no, I about lost my mic. Holy crap.
Oh shit, there it goes.
Sorry.
There it goes, bro.
Okay.
Inside the mic.
No, I don't know. I mean, the timing is just interesting, right? I mean, for a little bit, ETH was kind of creeping up, and then of course, ETH starts mooning. Like, people want the fuck out of their JPEGs. Like, that's not something new.
No.
At all.
Not at all.
I mean, the funny thing is we passed, I guess, technically like my DCA point, because I had picked up a second ape at like 35.
Yeah. And
then so the first one I got at like 0.35. And so if you do the math, it comes out to like 18 point something or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, break even.
Yeah. But there's all the other stuff though on top of that, right? It's like all the
Oh no,
other
yeah,
that you
of course. I mean,
occurred, but no, it feels weird, right? Like it just kind of feels. Everyone's a little on
yeah.
edge. Is kind of how I would describe it. A bit.
Just looking at the markets though, like looking at the
Yeah.
books, it definitely you can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel if you like look at the loans that are
Right.
getting called.
For sure.
And the funny thing is like I just put a tweet out like right before the show. I was just talking about like like everybody's like screaming at the top of their lungs, it's all Blur's fault, it's all Blur's fault. But like in reality, like it's a mixture of ETH skyrocketing, right? One of the biggest liquidity farmers was literally on vacation. And we only have like 2 of those.
Yeah, right.
So it's not the first time it's happened. Every single previous time when we've had like an immediate, like kind of like panic and crash for apes, mutants, whatever, it literally always is because the liquidity provider pulls their loans. They absorb an enormous amount of liquidity or of apes and provide liquidity to the market. And that allows people to go out and do other things and use that ETH in other ways, right? But it's like, as soon as they're like, yo, I want that ETH back.
Yeah.
It just, it rips up like a massive band. Like it's like you're like running through the jungle or the swamp rather. And you like pull up the big fat, you know, mossy log. And there's like just a whole shit storm of like fucking bugs just crawling underneath it.
Yeah.
And then they just scatter. And that's literally
right.
The mutants. They look like nasty, creepy crawlies. But you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just
you're good. I would just say like
crashing into the floor right now, kind of like the price of the floors themselves.
For sure. And I would just say like laugh out loud, eat the bugs. No. No, but the thing is, at the end of the day, I want to just double tap on what Bryce just said. Let's welcome the new members though too. Because at the end of the day, it probably gave an opportunity for some people that maybe were considering it. And now it was like, oh, this feels like a better entry point for them. So like I personally, it's just me, Phil, the silly, you know, needs to shave, turning 36 tomorrow, Bored Ape.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, dude. 30 fucking 6, staring 40 right in the goddamn eyeballs.
Happy early birthday.
Thanks, brothers. But the reality is like I'm really just excited to have members that want to be here and do some cool shit, right? Like maybe it's they're a derivative artist, maybe they do content, maybe they build Bored Cuban, the next Bored Cuban. Like that's what or maybe they're a gamer and they have an awesome stream and following. Like those are the things that I'm just excited about because like to me, when I really think about what's the you know, there's a lot of things I like about Bored Ape, obviously. Been here forever. The best part about Yuga Labs as an entire ecosystem is there's just so many fucking people doing so much shit. Like when you really like zoom out and you're like, damn, there's people all over the world doing some really cool things. And some of that, again, is art. Some of that is they have their own projects. Some of that is they've built businesses around their ape or even not. Maybe they just have other, you know, Web 2 businesses, but they're just like really dope people. There's a fucking Tyrese Halliburton. I'm a Pacers fan. This dude's an all-star. That cat's still rocking his mutant or his ape, his pink fur ape. In the NBA, they had a little like, they had an interview with him because he's been going parabolic. And this is like about a month ago. I'm sure you guys saw this. They had like a video and he's showing all the jerseys he's collected. And boom, right in the middle of that shit was his pink fucking ape, big ass picture of it and on his shoes because he had worn it one time to a game. He still has that stuff out there. So like at the end of the day, there's so many really cool people building here and doing dope shit that like that's I just want to double tap on what Bryce said. I think that's where the focus needs to be. And of course it's weird to see people that we've, you know, have been here for a while leave the club. Like that's fucking weird. Like that feels weird. I don't care like who you are, but like the silver lining is shit. Like let's get some more people in here that want to hold and do some cool, crazy shit and maybe create the next Bored TV. Right.
And
like,
yeah, bro, if you can't handle it at the bottom, you don't deserve to be able to handle it at the top.
Yes,
dude. But the crazy part is it's still $65,000.
Correct.
I was thinking about that too. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I saw. Well, I think Bunny had tweeted either like last week or the week before. He was like, "Bored Apes are 75,000," but the way people talk about them on the timeline, you'd think they're $75.
Correct.
And it's
no, I think that is important.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, $60K. That's still higher than average salary to a lot of Americans, at least. So
still super significant. And so. A really quick pivot, and then we're going to jump into Legends of the Mara. So I'll prep you guys for that. But before we get into that, and of course, share some of the early alpha, maybe or things that we've seen or felt so far in the first, 12 hours of this. On Friday, so the day after my birthday, this opens up. So you can vote if you want to. You can vote for me. I'm one of the 5. I'm super honored to be completely. Yeah, please vote for me. That'd be dope. But the reality is that we have some really dope freaking apes that were nominated. And so like it's an honor for sure to be one of the 5 that's nominated for this specific position. But it's a co-lead BAYC Council. This is the type of stuff I do every day as a teacher and coach. Like I lead people to find their inner superpower. That's like how I would explain it at the very basic level. So I've been here forever. I love Bored Apes. I mean, shit, if you've ever talked to me, I love the freaking community. I like to collaborate. I mean, I'm a teacher, so that's like our middle name basically is collaboration because we get it drilled into our head. I like to lead. These are things I love to do. And of course, Bored Media, like we started this not because I'm going to run for BAYC Council in 16 months. We started this because we just love the community. So like, again, I appreciate any support, even if it's a retweet. If you want to come and hear me talk, I'm going to try to jump on my birthday during a field trip because I'm that kind of teacher. I'm going to have an AirPod in, try to step out of the field trip for a second, jump
Where's
on
the field trip at? That's the real question.
It's a religion field trip, so I'm definitely going to hell after this. It's like we're going to like 5 different places. So I'm going to try to, I think it's actually in between, so I can step out for a second as we exit the bus to the next one and jump on the mic. So again, I really do appreciate any support. Again, if it's a retweet, if it's just saying, hey, if it's a vote, awesome. Like I'm going to still be here, but like this would mean the world. I'll be honest, like fully transparent. This would mean the world because I fucking love the club. So with that, let's jump into Legends of the Mara. So for those that didn't know, there's a lot of updates on kind of what's to come and what's happening right now. And so I want to throw it to you two, because I know that you guys have both been really kind of grinding and had some success in the first 2 seasons. And maybe some of your perspective. I know there was kind of a bit of an uproar, which definitely I think was called for, actually, with some of the weaponry and nuking of things and quick pivots on that. So, Will, I'm going to throw it to you, and then Bryce, please feel free to jump in. So what's our first initial thought on some of the changes? What are you doing differently, the same, et cetera? And maybe the pivot that Garga came in pretty quickly, I would say, and made some changes there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's been like curveballs every single season. And so we thought we were going to get Friends involvement. I guess it's getting pushed until like maybe the more official release as they pivot out of the beta. And so there's like all these different like moving parts where you're like thinking one thing's going to happen, another thing happens. We thought Shattered were going to be fighting back. It doesn't look like Shattered are fighting back anymore. So I mean, well, they're not for this season. So that's another one. But somebody was quick to observe that the Venomous Blades weapon proc was essentially
rendered
completely
useless.
Obliterated.
Literally rendered useless.
So basically anybody who built a team based on numbers of like what kind of DPS you could do using different combinations of coda, essentially they found out that that they were far less effective. Something that I do think, I don't know if this happened before or after they went back and reverted it back to the old ways, but I did notice some of the weapons had a buff for some of the for cursed armament, the one that like increases the total percent damage. I noticed one that I had was like it was like a 24%, and this time it was like a plus 30%. So maybe instead of like completely nuking the Venomous Blades proc, which basically just makes a poison damage go off on your deed while you're fighting the Shattered, maybe they increased the other ones to make them a little more powerful, which I would agree with that. I mean, it would be nice with some nice things to see that those maybe went up as well, and not just the other one getting cut. So anyways, the other big change, they changed the timers.
Yeah, the ability
for all of the abilities. So
you want to share your screen, Will? You don't mind?
Shit, I was trying to like load up and then.
No, you're good, dude.
Okay. Well, also this is like irrelevant while I'm loading this, but it's not irrelevant. We got Shattered. I mean, Catalyst.
Dude, the Catalyst look kind of fire. I'm gonna be honest with you. Look pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, we got some Catalysts.
Let's go.
And my favorite so far is that little one on the right, the little snail looking.
Yeah. He does look like French fries, dude. I'm never gonna unsee that now.
Little box of French fries.
McDonald's snail, bro. That's where we're gonna be working. I after we work on Legend of Tomorrow.
Okay. So what were we gonna say here?
Ability
Timers.
Yes. So you used to be able to use the ability. So like if you used a damage buff here, it would last for 7.5 hours.
Yeah.
So like you could do it right before bed, wake up if you sleep 7.5 hours, and then do it in the morning. It would last for the majority of the day. You could come home, throw them on early in the afternoon. If you remote it into your laptop like I did sometimes, or you could just do them when you got home and then do them again before bed. Anyways, there was like a nice little rhythm that you could get into. And now it's basically like 5-hour cycles. So I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it yet. I feel like it's not terrible because the cooldown's now 5 hours instead of significantly longer. So like basically what can happen is you can just cast them all off, and then it'll just have a little bit of like a dip in when they're effective or when they're not. But never mind all of that. You can use this thing called the autocaster if you so desired. But the thing that I was kind of looking at was if, the season is 60 days. So we're looking at 7,625 missed, which
and that's assuming you just leave those.
127
Because like if you buy it for that deed and take your quotas off, I assume you put them back on and they're auto casting again.
No, I would assume this goes away. I would assume this is
right, because like that. I mean, there's no reason you'd keep all 4 of those quotas on that singular deed for 60 days.
Right. No, so I think this would be a little bit insane to do this number right here. But I just was wanting to see, like, if I was going to run this four-man Coda team right here, if I was going to run them for the full duration of the 60 days, just in Autocaster alone, it cost about 68 at 220. That's like $130.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I don't know. That's personally.
I mean, it's one of those. If you want to be competitive, then like I'm sure you're going to have to do that and go that route. I will say the one thing that I do like with the ability timers being shorter is like there were some times on like my tier 2s, tier 3s when I was just using like regular Hunter Mara that I would accidentally do their abilities at like 4 or 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And then they wouldn't like refresh until like 3 a.m.
Yep.
But then by that point, my combo timer, by the time I woke up, like the combo timer would completely reset.
Right.
So at least with the abilities being shorter, it allows people with 1, 2, 3 Maras to actually be able to build their combo meter up and actually get that kind of combo hit.
Yeah.
Not that that's like a game changer by any means, but
still helpful. Definitely
play the game a little bit more and feel like they're doing something. That's definitely an easy dub.
For sure. And we can watch Will's beautiful setup here.
Many code. What is this? Poison lasts an hour now?
Yeah, significantly shorter.
Wow.
And then also too, the shatter just looks different. He's not nearly as
poison is an hour. That's significant.
What was it before?
It was like 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Okay. Wait, it's an hour? I thought the refresh was an hour.
No, I'm talking about the ability itself lasts an hour.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I mean, that's kind of nice. Poison does a lot of damage.
So it tripled. You said it was 20 minutes before, now it's 60.
Seems that way.
Yes, but the cooldown is 3 hours, 2.5. Well, no, 3. Yeah. But no, I just did this, so 2.5.
Yeah.
We have a whole table of it somewhere. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them, and then this is the other one. So like, if you're familiar, if you go onto Other Side Wiki, you can see the Scissored.
Oh my.
Is now a plus 26% cursed armament instead of like plus 0.2 something else.
Let me look it up.
So what's your overall takeaway though with the changes they've made? Do you feel like, was it to even things out, or I'm still a little confused on?
I'm also wondering why they changed it when we only have 60 days left in this season before we just.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if all of this is carrying forward into the full release.
Right.
Like if they're trying to fine tune these balances going into the full release, then I could understand
Sure.
why we're making some changes.
Sure.
But I don't know. It definitely seems weird because we've kind of gone down a path where we're starting like a weird precedent around whether or not people value a certain like weapon proc, for example. The venomous blades weapons were significantly higher priced because they could, deal more damage per second overall. And so when you, especially when you compare, like not compared, especially when you paired them with a cursed armament. So like this one, for example, was 3 venomous blade weapons and then a cursed armament down here. And so what that does is this has more of these top icons active, which makes those weapons reach their fullest potential for like the entire time that you're fighting. Okay. And so based on that alone, it really helped like accelerate how quickly you could defeat some of these shattered. And then you could just start knocking them over left and right. And so, I mean, kind of beforehand, like we definitely had premiums for some of those weapons. And then, doing dramatic changes, like if they kept the changes where they cut the venomous blades in half or whatever it was, that would just totally like erode away the entire, the entire way that people are playing the game. Right.
Sure.
And I guess that's the weird thing, right? Is like, we're playing a game, but people have like serious capital tied into these things. And so it kind of like makes it way more intense if you push something too hard in one direction or the other.
It's definitely a balancing act, right? It's like, and I think I do believe, and I think, and I hope, and I pray that these changes, they are just testing them out, right? So that when they do this new version, that's Faraway. I don't know how you freaking say it still to this day. But when we get this new version, it's more kind of locked in, right? Like it feels like they're tinkering with things, and then we get to this. And so if you haven't seen this yet, these are some pictures. So they came out with this post, the full release of Legends of the Mara, launching in partnership with Faraway, is an experience open to all where Koda's reign as the captains and Koda Mara and friends will round out the rest of your crew. The game will launch later this year with playtesting kicking off after season 3. So number one, I'm excited about the potential of playtesting happening semi-quickly after season 3. I'm not saying instantly, but if you think, 60 days from now, where are we at? April, beginning of May, right? That's not a bad time, like May or even June. If we can start playtesting this and messing around and breaking things, that's cool. I'm excited about that. And then they came out, and Spencer Tucker, head of gaming, he says, these were early concepts and older exploration images. All of the Legends of the Mara is like Serum City, hand-drawn, and the art team at Faraway is fire. Here's an actual recent screen just to help clear things up. These look pretty freaking dope. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like that looks pretty freaking fire. There's some interesting, little things here. Weapon sensor, hanger, and shield. Again, I guess, what did you take away from any of these images? Anything that jumped out or are pretty straightforward? It obviously, if you haven't played Serum City yet, or even if you have, obviously, it feels very familiar in that sense, which I think is potentially a great thing. I think Serum City is a well put together game. At the end of the day, I think it's a well put together game. And so that's like, let's just be real transparent and honest. That's step one, because some of the gaming experiences we've had have been shat. And so finding a better solution for that, I think Faraway is going to kill it. Like I really do. Honestly, I think their team's great. And I really do like some of these pictures. So, kind of moving through here, you see some of the ships. You got rare, uncommon, common, Space Queen. You've got obviously energy, etc. Looks, again, familiar if you've played Serum City. The Avenger. So you have the weapon, sensor, shield, hanger. These are the things we've been playing for these, different seasons. Weapon boost, all of this, again, looks pretty familiar. And then last but not least, here's a little warning: we are under attack. So I guess my first question I know we're not going to speculate too hard, but I mean, it is board TV. It wouldn't be board TV if we didn't speculate at least a little bit. But do you think this is going to be something where Bryce, myself, you, and Will could go and maybe go fight Justin? I'm just going to say Justin because I see him in the crowd out here tonight. Could we go attack Justin, kind of like, what is it, Clash of Clans?
Yeah,
right?
Clash
Like,
of Clans. It's one of those. Yeah, so I know Spencer Tucker had mentioned that where it's what you're going to be like competing for resource nodes or something along those lines.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it'll be like we'll be able to pick and choose our target, or if it'll just kind of match us with somebody of like a
Yeah, okay.
similar level there. But yeah, the real question is like, or the real question I have for this game is, what's the objective? What are we going to be doing?
Sure.
I mean, is it going to be like Serum City where you just, load some shit, leave it for 20 minutes, come back, check it, craft some other stuff and fill out missions? I mean, I like Serum City. I've played it for a couple of weeks now. But I honestly haven't touched it in like the last 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's one of those, like, it's a fun game, but
Yep. No, I think that's
like
fair.
it's not that fun,
right.
in my opinion. But
It's not definitely like blowing your mind by any means. But I guess at the end of the day, what I like is it at least has a foundation. Like I think Faraway, however you say it, I'm gonna fuck it up every time, probably. At least they have a really good foundation, and I really do appreciate their team. And I think the game play, like the feel of it will feel great. And I would agree. We want more, I think, at least I do. I want more fun.
I want strategy.
I just want fun and strategy. Like I want fun
I
and
want to be able to
strategy.
think about stuff and like alter a deck and be able
sure.
to like go in around. Okay, failed on that one. Let me go switch things up and try again.
Yeah.
Versus and I think we might see that with Serum City. They've got their their turf wars, I think, coming. So like that could spice things up and make it a little bit more interesting than just completing these little quests and missions.
I think that'll actually give us a little peek behind the curtain too, right? Because that could be something where you look at this little picture they've got, and again, these are things that could change, of course, but you've got tournament right here, right? You got your daily rewards, tournament, obviously you can get gifts, etc., and then the season. Like I do find this interesting when we see that turf wars. Does that look like something more that we're going to be able to do with these ships and like you said, battling for resources or whatever it may be, more ship parts? Like if we destroy Justin, do we could just then steal and commandeer his ship? Like we just take that shit with us back to the grid?
Imagine
High stakes.
Will with like 6 legendary ships just going in with
Give me your
little,
ship.
Oh god,
takes over everybody's ships.
you're just freaking running for your fucking life when you see a swarm.
Or you pay Ape Coin and I'll leave you alone.
You pay no, hold up. You pay Ape Coin and it gets a percentage of that goes to the mega quotas and they defend your ass for you. They just pop out and they're like, "Fuck you guys."
Now that's utility.
Oh, that's utility. I'm the captain now. Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
man.
Exactly.
I agree,
sorry.
Anthony.
That's my
Really
fault.
hope that
That's my
this
fault.
game requires some strategy. Which, I mean, the staking game was fun, right? Like Will and I had a
don't know
blast.
what y'all are talking about. LOTM, there was strategy.
No, I know, but that was like you figure out your strategy and then you like are done, right? I mean, we put a lot of brain power in the first few days figuring out how to efficiently farm, and then you tinkered quite a bit with how to efficiently hunt. But I don't feel like you've necessarily changed your hunting strategy since you discovered it.
Yeah.
6.
Oh no,
6
yeah,
weeks
no,
ago,
we're
or
locked
months
in.
ago. Right. So I mean,
For
like
at
you
least
have your
another
strategy,
60
and
days.
now is the game still strategy oriented? Not really. Like you found the strategy, and now it's like okay.
But I do think like I just think it's gonna be more. Like I have hope that I think the vision is larger, and I think this version that will be mobile and desktop and probably everything in between potentially. I think it'll take it to another level. I really do. And along the way, what I would say is I think they're doing a really good job of attempting to gather more feedback from people from a variety of different sources too, not just one lane where maybe before, maybe they were getting feedback, but it was from the same 5 to 10 people. And now it feels like it's a wider net. So like at the end of the day, no matter what they do, they're going to be iterating on this. I feel like Will has said this a number of times. I think it's bears to be repeated. Is like, these are still like experiences and things that they're just testing out, like from the fucking jump. Like Dookey Dash, there's no way they knew it was going to be like that. Like, it went fucking off, right? Like you had people talking about it. Obviously, a lot of money involved, the whatever, a couple million that the dude paid for Mongrel's key. But like, there's no way they thought it was gonna be that viral. And now they're just iterating and they're figuring out what does hit and like what are the type of games that like we want as holders of Yuga Labs gaming, but also how can you transition that into a wider audience? I do think Dookey Dash, and I would like to talk about that here just briefly, and we can go back into Legends of Tomorrow. But I think Dookey Dash has a really good chance, and I think we all believe that, just because it's so easy. There's prizes for sure. Like we know that for a fact. They've announced that there's like at least $1 million worth of things coming in the first, whatever that first iteration is, season 1, and that can go up with the amount of ape that's spent, etc. Like these are all things that are very bullish. You got Phase, Sway. I don't know which Phase. There's like 50 of them, but one of them, dude, he's balling out in Paris. That's freaking dope. Like, how cool is that they got like some, that's what they need, right? We've talked about that. We want them to hit the Instagram game hard. We want to see those ads popping up when we're scrolling through and looking at different things on Instagram, on all social medias. We want these, gaming people to be playing it and streaming it. Shout out to Gabe. Gabe is streaming that shit already. Like I saw that he's doing that. He's going to continue to do that. So shout out to those type of people.
Bro, I tuned into his Twitch stream yesterday. Very first run, homie got like 1.4 million.
Like it was nothing.
And he's like warming up. He's like, I'll be at 2. I was at 2 yesterday. This is just a warm up. And I'm like, dog.
Dude,
I haven't played this game in a year and a half. I'm screwed.
Dude, I felt really good when I was testing it to get 250K, and I felt like I fucking won the lottery. And he's just absolutely clapping me. He's clapping me 100%. We love to see tenacious bullish sentiment, bullish on Dookey Dash Unclogged. And on that note, did either of you gentlemen get into this first tournament, whatever this thing is, for a mutant?
I have not. Haven't touched Dookey Dash since it ended over a year ago.
Dude, Will's got the best. I
don't want to beat a dead horse with the bush here, but definitely been seeing some takes there. Seems like Ape should have gotten at least somewhat priority. Like I know the goal here is to like open it up to everybody, but I feel like there's probably less than 1,000. There's probably like only 500 apes that would actually want to play Dookey Dash right now in this little beta period.
Dude, if I knew I needed to sign up with 15 million emails, I would have done it.
Yeah, I would have done it too.
I signed up with 1. And then everyone's like, oh, none of my 5 got hit. I was like,
you're honest.
That's why I didn't get an email.
Dude,
hey, I can't mint rarity for shit. Like we reveal NFTs all last cycle and hit absolute garbage. So the fact that the reveal on the Dookey Dash emails came up as a bust, not surprised.
Yeah. But I think truly, I believe in karma, and you will be highly rewarded for being an honest Abe within the ape. An honest ape, actually, instead of Abe. I do want to talk a little bit about this tweet because, we were just talking about it. Some takes, obviously, on the timeline, naturally, because people want to go and play. Love seeing the enthusiasm for Dookey Dash Unclogged on the timeline, along with the fact that you are all smashed on the email so fast that Apple rugged the test flight installs. I can tell you for a fact that is true because I could not get it on my phone. Seeing some concerns, shouldn't this have been token gated to BAYC? Here's why we didn't do that. Dookey Dash was gated to BAYC to begin with, of course. Unclogged, on the other hand, is all about expanding the funnel and offering opportunities for apes and others as IP holders and creators. There are also token benefits for apes in the game 100%, but restricting access to this would be like token proofing people at Walmart to see if they can buy a pudgy plushie. Token gating this experience would have added time, even if not a ton of time, to getting people in and play testing this. So question becomes, do I want to delay a week to properly token gate a 72-hour bug bash, or do I want to get us to launch of the full experience a week sooner? Need a broad swath of users from all over the world, and hopefully plenty of people who have never played Dookey Dash at all for beta testing, bug bounty to be relevant and useful. Much love, and see you all in the sewers soon. So, I get both perspectives for sure, 100%. Like, I understand, like, Bored Apes, at the end of the day, we want to be at the forefront all the time. Like, and I think that's fair. Like, we are.
Yeah,
we're definitely OGs.
Here's my final thought on it. Easiest take would have been, hey apes, we've got a link in our Discord in the ape only chat that you have to own in BAYC or MAYC2. Sign up for, like, put your email here if you want to play Dookey Dash, right? I feel like it doesn't have to be like necessarily a fully token gated something or another. You could just have apes sign up on a separate sheet, see how many there are, and then kind of weigh your options there. Like, I feel like that was just like so obvious, but sure, maybe it takes 72 hours to put together a token gated something. Okay.
I think the best
way, I'm not like, oh my God, I hate you for this. Like, it sucks.
You're not writing a letter on the timeline about how you've sold your Forever Ape.
Yeah, right.
No, I
agree.
It
does kind of stink because it seems like everybody's been talking about Dookey Dash Unclogged since like Ape Fest Hong Kong. Yep. And it seems like everybody else has, either been in the gaming council or gotten a beta test of some sort. And I'm like, well,
yeah, the sad raining that Will had rolling there. The good thing though is it sounds like this is going to be rolling soon though. Like, I'm talking the large launch. Like, they make that post to me makes it feel like this shit's about to be maybe like 2 weeks max from now that we're like all freaking rolling and seeing it. I believe that. Like I think middle of March we're rolling. That's just I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. I don't fucking know. Maybe.
What's the timeline on the structure of like how long a tournament will last in DDU?
I want to say this one was a week, but I'd have to go back and look to be honest with you. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I don't know about the tournament.
Would we want to say over or under 3 months? 3 months till they hit 1 million downloads.
Oh, interesting. Man.
I think under. I think the marketing push is going to be pretty insane that a lot of people will be buying this game.
I really think it is a lot, but I really think they're going to have some of these just like awesome, cool partnerships of like just cool shit you can win. Of course, money too. Of course, money talks the most. But I mean, just I can see it clear as day where you're going to see like, what if they have a BMW that you can fucking win? Right?
Is that beta test alpha?
No, 100%.
Sounds like beta test alpha.
Sounds like beta test alpha.
We're actually all getting BMWs.
Here's what I want to know. If you're in the audience right now, would you play for a BMW? Would you play Dookey Dash unclogged if it meant you could walk away with a BMW?
But it has to be the top person, right? Because like I'd still play it. I know I'm not going to win though.
What if there's like what instead of a golden plunger you get
the key, the BMW key, just random, bro.
Oh well, that's an idea too. I was gonna say the car covered in golden plungers.
Oh, wow. What if your car...
we got some gross, yes. You got some yes.
We got lots of yes.
We got lots of yeses.
All right, we're playing for cars.
Well, what other things would you like? Well, besides, of course, cash, ApeCoin, like that's like to me, that's duh. But like, what other like cool things could? Because like to be honest, like
we've had this conversation before.
Like,
didn't they? I was trying to think. Didn't they have a bunch of merch left over from one of the Ape Fests? Granted, it is branded as like Ape Fest, whatever.
Some of it was the McBest drop too.
I feel like people would, for some of these BAYC shirts, people would probably pay for some of that, play for some of that. But I also don't know if they're even going that route. But yeah, like I would play for physical merch if they made some other cool items like they did for the Apes vs. Mutants.
Agreed,
bro. I'd be playing
IRL BAYC artifacts, right?
Right.
Yes, dude.
And it's one of those like they could be playing for like a plunger or for toilet paper that's stamped with Dookey Dash stuff on it. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be this is BAYC stuff, but it's like here's Yuga Labs Dookey Dash Unplugged merch.
That would be dope though if they just had like this viral ass like plunger or Curtis's head sticking out of a toilet that just went and it didn't have to say Bored Ape on it at all. It just said Dookie or whatever, right? Like
forget the Azuki golden skateboard. Somebody gets an actual gold plunger. That's what we auction off.
Yes, dude. That's
that's like the kind of stupid shit that made our club pop off in the first place.
Agreed.
Random
a golden toilet seat, dog. Like, oh my god, there's so much stuff they could do. So I think that would be cool. Obviously, I think the biggest thing will be porta potty. Ew, you gotta dump that.
The entire thing's just gold leaf.
Oh,
all over the place.
Obviously. I think we'll see a bunch of ApeCoin and given out. Do you think that's what they do, or do they just go straight USD?
Sure. In their little teaser video,
I know it was everywhere.
And then it was just like the present boxes that were blurred out.
Yeah, so surely it's going to be ApeCoin, which is cool too, by the way. Like to give
keeping my expectations at the floor.
At the floor.
But 1 million, no matter how you slice it, is a lot of money, right? Like. For a game?
Question mark? Yeah.
Right? Like $1 million fucking dollars.
It's going to be a lot.
Would love 1 million.
I'm also like, I don't know. I can just foresee it where that'd be cool if there was the random BMW drop. One of the plungers had a key attached to it. Like, so there's some of the stuff that could be really fun where, can you imagine like just some random person that like finds the game on Instagram and they fucking win a car? Like, come on. Dude. You're telling me that wouldn't be like, fucking viral.
That would be nuts. But I can assure you right now there'd be a ton of apes that'd be super pissed that they didn't get the car and
because it's the same.
We're not
thing
first.
Over
damn
again.
It. We need BMW.
They're like, I go on X all day long, and all I see is these dumb MFers who are like, I spent my last $35 on WIF, and now it's 4 houses.
Mm-hmm.
We already get enough of that. And now we got some random ass normie who's not even in the space
BMW?
walking away.
It's got autographs of like all the founders on the seat and shit. And we're like, what? What the fuck?
Man, that's a recipe.
Oh, dude, just tilting everywhere on the timeline for real. Yes, Anthony, the prize pool will grow. It sounds like the more that people are, and I think they will, like having, spending that coin in and the currency in game will definitely happen. I think is great. Like I honestly, we truly do believe prizes. Maybe it's just ApeCoin, which is dope too. Golden plungers, actual physical golden plungers, that'd be cool too. Interested to see what the tournaments look like as well. Are those separate prize pools? I would sure assume so, but I don't know. Just excited. Like at the end of the day, I think it's smart. And the definite way to bring more people into understanding the IP of Bored Ape. Like at the end of the day, this does not mean, I do not believe this one whatsoever, that all of a sudden we're just going to have 5,000, 10,000, 1 million people that now want to buy an ape. That's not really the purpose. The purpose for them to actually like understand the IP and then see it grow. And like, haven't we kind of been begging for that? Like, how can we, like Pudgy's been doing with the plushies, which has been massive, right? How can Bored Ape in our own lane push out this IP of apes, of mutants, of dogs, whatever it is, and Yuga Labs as a whole? So I think this is dope. Seeing different apes that you can purchase skins for and play on Dookey Dash is really cool as well. I just think there's a lot of really neat ideas and things that we're going to see. And I do believe the timeline is going to just be full of people playing Dookey Dash. And like, I can guarantee you when it goes live for all, we're going to stream this shit too. Like Bored TV, you bet your fucking ass. We'll do some like random late night streams and we'll do some crazy shit, like give away some fucking ApeCoin like during a stream. Like, why not? Let's fucking do it. I'll give away. I got some fucking merch that hasn't even been open, like some OG shit. I'll give that shit away too, like for streams. I think that's fun. And I think that's kind of the purpose, is you want people seeing it on the timeline. You want people, commenting, checking out the game, jumping in the game, testing it out. So Will, go ahead. It looks like you're thinking or ready to say something. Go.
I will not be giving out any of my
that's fine.
package merch, but
I will.
It does beg the question: at what point do we need to transition from OG merch that we've been currently wearing, retiring that, and opening up a clean one? Because like like the neon one with like the orangish yellow skull, not that one. Like from the second merch drop, it's the design is definitely looking a little worn. And so,
the back big skull is very cracked on my end.
It's getting a little worn. It's kind of concerning because we're only a few years into this thing. Like 3 years. It's lasted a long time.
Because you've worn that shit 5 days a week for the last 2 years. God damn.
I mean, I guess that's true too. But it does. I mean, yeah. When do you retire the old shirt and crack out the fresh shirt? Are we doing that for the 10th Ape Fest?
Yeah.
10th Ape Fest, we roll in with roll in with fresh merch.
Dude, I got that
like a clean, crisp,
that OG black hoodie. I got one in plastic, dog, and I'm like,
See, I've only got the one, and I've worn it religiously in the winter time, and I'm like, I'm gonna need another one of those.
I know. Can we get a rerun? Oh, I don't know though, because then it's like,
oh boy,
give me a rerun.
What do we want to
rerun?
What do we want a rerun of OG merch?
If you've owned this ape since sub 10 ETH, you can have more
automatic claim. Would you want a rerun merch? Chat, what do you think? Would you want a rerun of older or OG merch, not the shit that felt like cardboard? I'm talking OG stuff. Would you want that rerun or not? Or do you like it being capped? Token Gate, the rerun.
It takes too long. It's like 72 hours.
Yeah, I'll wait too hard, dude. Sorry.
Sorry.
You want the blue one? Oh yeah, dude. The hundreds collab was dope. The blue and the black one.
On that one.
Dude, it's dope. I would love it actually if they did another collab. I thought that's a good hoodie. Like those are good hoodies. I'd be down for that. Need to get an ape for Token Gate. Yeah, of course. We need more drops. You want more merch. That's interesting. So what do you think of this can be a real quick question for you gentlemen. Merch. What is your thought on merch? Do you just want it during Ape Fest? Do you want it twice a year? Like what is a good cadence for merch? Because I think that's tough. Do you want stuff that's always available as well? I know that's been a conversation on the timeline. Like you can go to the Bored Ape Yacht Club merch store and bing, bang, bomb. There's always like a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt, maybe a hat and a hoodie, like always available no matter what, like on demand. Do you like that idea or no? I go back and forth personally, but
it kind of depends. You know, I would love to like, let's get some dry fit merch out the door first. And then we can talk about like
dry fit merch.
These MFers have been
honestly
begging for the dry fit.
If there's anything that is gonna get me to just floor my ape,
where's it?
I don't get dry fit merch in the next 2 years. This ape is gonna find a proud new owner.
Dry fit merch. If you're listening, anyone from the team, let's freaking throw some. We want to be getting buff, bro. Like, let me go pump this motherfucking weight off my chest with some dry fit Bored Ape merch, please.
I went for a run earlier. Nobody knew I was an ape. Like, what
I need them to know all the time.
What the hell?
You're like, how can I feel comfortable in my own skin if I can't even?
No, I can't.
Dude, this is one I'm actually a little sad I didn't get, if I'm being completely honest, because I could have done it and I just fumbled the bag literally. The Gucci 10K TF duffel, that thing does look fire. Ape Fest drop was lame, wasn't able to get anything. Yeah, Quan, that was unfortunate. There were some people that obviously swung, and that's where I go to like, do we want stuff that's always available? You know, like, is there always like for every drop, is it something where with an ape or mutant, you automatically are going to get this one shirt, like an Ape Fest shirt that's like guaranteed you can get this if you want it? I don't know. Like, that's hard, but yes, you guys need your own dry fit line.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Sponsored by, dude, can we get Lululemon? If you're listening or watching this on replay, which I'm sure you are, Board TV is looking for a sponsorship. Lululemon, I
DM them our stream link every time we go live. So.
And Lululemon, if you're not listening, and Viore, if you're listening, we would love a collab.
Let's go. Let's freaking go. Let's collab. Let's put some apes on some dry fit merch. Coda merch. Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of Coda. I saw Nana did, or I should say Other Space did Nana's ape. They did a merch drop maybe a month ago or so. Guaranteed merch. Yeah. Board media merch for real. Hey, listen, these may or may not have been conversations we've had for a long mother effing time. And maybe it's about time that we do bust out some cool merch. There's a lot of cool merch out there. Shout out to Dim and Songe. Obviously, our boy Will is rocking it. So, gentlemen, do you want to talk at all about price points of any assets that you're looking at? Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Legend of Mara? Do you want to talk Catalyst? What do you want?
Bin mutants. Ain't that right, Will?
Yeah, I was bidding mutants, and then apparently I got hit with a Mochaverse. So I don't know how I feel about that, but
you're bidding Mochaverse as well,
dude. I got GG'd on this Mocha. I don't know. Yeah,
while we're
streaming, somebody just is plowing them into bids.
They saw that you were not paying attention. They came onto the stream.
They sure did.
Look, can you show us your Mochaverse, please?
Yeah. Let's see here.
It's a beauty. Looks like it's me, you, and Phil.
Pick up a shovel.
It's literally amigos. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't click share.
I was like, dude, I can't even see it, bro.
Key point to the to the whole. Yes.
Wait, you all have all of these?
No. This is listed. This is shit. That's mine.
It is us, bro.
That's what.
Board TV.
Welcome to Board TV.
You're just gonna sell that at full. What's wrong with you?
And we also got Bright,
dude. we gotta get a sunflower sunglass line out today now for Board TV. That's hilarious. Actually, that is hilarious. Josh, what is up? Hot.
Dude, it's got a Pinocchio ball.
Jesus, you okay? You got a mocha. Jesus is a big mocha. Maxie, and we love Jesus here too.
Dude, somebody was laughing when they drew this.
Dude, they are interesting. They're celestial beings or something. I remember Jesus, I heard him talk about them, and maybe it is in the info, but they're interesting.
What up, Josh?
I just thought somebody
Yeah.
said they were going to give me tokens from all these different
Yep,
games. that are
Tenacious
coming
says we got to
out.
keep it. Sorry,
Are
Will.
we keeping it?
Yeah,
At
well, you're stuck with that
356?
mocha.
I'm not flooring it immediately to bids at 322. Is that not the move?
You can do whatever.
You can do
your
whatever
I
your
thought
heart
that's how
desires,
I
my
was supposed
friend.
to blur farm. I was supposed to
Weren't
get
you-
hit
weren't
and
one of you just talking about
immediately
mocha
floor it.
token?
Yeah, mocha token.
Mocha
Aren't
token
you-
incoming.
Mocha token? Is that
You heard it
is
here
this a
first.
thing?
I'm pretty sure it is.
You
When's
heard
it coming?
here first.
That's a great question. Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
look, and Josh like
Oh.
can't floor it before mocha.
Oh man, let me tell you, the amount of times that I feel like I should do one thing, do the other.
It's the thing. Mocha token 1,000.
I don't
Each
know.
NFT gets tons of mocha soon.
Tons of mocha. So there's 3 heads on that mocha. So
So you're getting it as
extra.
3x,
6,000,
yeah.
bro. Yeah.
I need to get my allocation. I need to get allocation for Bright and for Phil.
Oh God.
And each of these is a separate token. Each of the ball
Yeah.
sticks there. Yeah.
Each of the ball sticks.
That was mine, so those are my tokens, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you
while
gotta
we're
do
on the-
shard
can
rush,
somebody-
dude. What?
Do what?
You got a farm or something? Says got to do the shard rush, not the shard rush.
Oh, okay. This
Shard
is like
rush.
too much information for me. Let's see. You're not.
He's
farming
flooring it
hard.
now. He's flooring it.
Man's
I
over here
do
buying
something?
mochas, doesn't even know what to do with them.
Does my
This
mocha
guy.
already have tokens, or am I screwed?
You're probably screwed, dude. If you got floored it, I don't know.
Love that.
Mochas
Absolutely.
are doing a lot, and they are definitely building, and they're definitely a massive player in ApeCoin DAO
So
as
I
well.
was gonna say they're absolutely obliterating the Apecoin votes. So
They
they're
definitely
doing
are.
something. Maybe that's it. This is my new
Josh says
proxy bet
maybe
on-
you should floor it. Oh man, we've gone full circle.
We went from bold to maybe you're right.
Dang. We'll see. Yeah, Godspeed with the board TV was in your wallet for at least 20 minutes or so, which is always dope.
It's got to be 30. I can't move it until then.
There you go.
I can't forcefully move it until
There you
then.
go.
So-
Can't forcefully move it yet. And there's a campaign with Mocha ID referrals and earning shards and realm points for the man.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Is
it
this
sounds like a
spamming
whole lot of
Portal?
stuff
I
that
don't
I'm
think I
not
can do
This
that.
sounds like that Charlie Day GIF from Always Sunny, where he's got 57 points out there with strings attached. That's what it looks like.
Dude,
Any good
okay.
apes on the
Here-
floor? I feel like we should do that since we're.
Oh, yes, let's do it.
getting deep
Let's do it.
to
Okay,
oblivion.
okay, okay.
Let's browse
Like,
the
which
floor.
one
We
would
will
you
do
buy?
that.
See what
We will
pick
do
up.
that. But first, what is the most hated rally? Is the most hated rally apes flying back towards the sun, or is it penguins finding a bottom and pivoting faster than apes and passing them in floor price?
I mean, that would just be a big fat kick in the stomach. If that happened.
The more
That's tag bias.
the
Right
more
there, right?
hated one is probably Bored Apes going to the sun, because unless you're there, apparently you're just hated. So
Yeah, I'd agree there. There's a lot of bullish,
know, though. I
a lot
feel
of
like you
bullish
would-
pudgies. Go ahead.
I feel like I mean, that's definitely true. There's a lot of people that hate apes. So that
unfortunate.
flying towards the sun would definitely they would need some sunnies for that, because it's gonna fucking burn.
that Mocha
But,
verse would come in handy, bro.
Bozo.
Dude, the
Womp
mocha,
womp.
bro. I'm gonna be like, I have so much voting power on this ape coin down now. It's
Let's
like, shit, you better
go.
watch out.
Bro, I thought that was Nana's ape for a second.
No way.
I was like, dog, what?
yo,
No way.
tough day in the swamp, bro.
Out of these 8, I'm going orange background.
So this
because
one was on the floor earlier,
simply-
right here.
That's cool.
Crazy. What a
Ranked
what a steal.
585, not bad. Picked it up at 17.9, so
Not bad. Just a little over the floor now. Yeah.
it would have been placed a little. Well, okay, keep scrolling. You're like, all right, that's a little dense at 17.8 there. I'm not picking that one up. That's not
Yeah,
my
no,
not
that's
my
for
jam.
sure.
Let's see here. I don't know. Maybe Machi and his AIP already picked through them all, because
They
You know
did.
an Adam Hollander's ape?
Wait, is it down there?
Or are
When
we
it-
saying
when
that's
it's
a
still
good
listed
ape, or
for-
are we?
Hold on. There's a few more down.
I didn't think I saw it, but maybe.
Is it not the one on the left? I think right after this one. Is that not it? Up
Do
one.
what?
Up
you
one, up.
This guy.
Yeah, it definitely is.
guy. I was
that.
like,
Oh, my
that's his
goodness.
ape.
That's definitely it, right? Yeah,
Raffle.
surely. Yeah.
Okay, this might be the nicest one I've seen.
I agree. That's probably the one I
like
would choose.
I kind of like it. Kind of like.
I mean, he's just kind of like, this reminds me of the old D-Farmer ape. That was like the
the
cream on cream on cream on cream.
I also
cream,
love the
yellow
sunglasses
background.
I do.
Dude, okay. So the other one, oh wow,
spacesuit at 21.
I don't know. We've seen a couple of. I mean, after seeing them in Other Side, they're pretty freaking sick.
Dude,
they're super sick. They are super.
Are you chucking 21 4 ETH above the floor right now for? I don't know.
Dude, if we're about to have the most hated rally of all time, absolutely.
You're gonna want the one that's looking like it's on a spaceship. I got you. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Personally, I'm glad
it is Legends Old Age, Josh. Yep.
Oh, that cheetah merch hat's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Okay, but the one I'm looking for here is the one we talked about last week. Okay, first of all, this guy right here. Oh shit, where'd he go?
He's gone.
He just got
Machi grabbed him.
Machi's this one. It's like the perfect non-4 trader. Except I mean,
definitely pops for sure.
Very, very nice.
That pops. I would love to see the orange flip-flops on this guy.
Yeah.
Inside, Other Side. I think that'd be pretty cool.
By the way, on that note, man, the flip-flop color, genius. Like so good.
Yeah.
And the skull, such a nice all that is so dope.
So completely random. This is what Bryce and I had like originally thought up a while ago. We were thinking, in some games, there's like you can put on capes. So we were thinking, how cool would it be if you had like your ape, and it could be the cape that you can wear is the color background of what you got. I don't know. Maybe it's fucking stupid. I don't know. But this is the ape that I was talking about last week, 25 ETH. And I said, I could do like 23, and like, whoo, thank God they didn't budge. Because I don't want it at that price anymore.
That would have been tough.
It is.
Yeah, it sounds good when the floor is 18, but if the floor goes back to 22, 23 is not bad.
Yeah. Then you're like, 23 is pretty good.
But
that ape for 23 is a steal.
Here's the question.
All right.
I've heard calls for 15 ETH. I've heard calls for 10 ETH. I mean, yeah. Where do you think we land? What do we are we pivoting at 17? What's the move here? What's going to happen?
I have no clue. Or I mean, I care-ish because that just drives sentiment in general, even if it's only whatever the percentage is. How many are listed right now? Where is that? 433 out of 10,000.
433.
What would like a good 50 ape sweep take us to?
Good question.
Well, the problem is you got about 50 on loans right here. So you got to but these are low LTV. So those I'm not worried about. I would say 95 plus is kind of where you start getting into the zone. So like anything in this range, this guy. Yeah. So there's like, I don't know, what is that? 10?
Yeah.
10 or so.
Is that like what is a number that you start worrying? Like how many do you see stack up where you're like, oh shit, this is about to be
I mean it just
bad.
Yeah.
Like what is the number? Like 10? Does that feel okay, or is that like shit now?
As soon as you have to scroll like that, you got
okay, so there we go. We finally broke down to the 100%. So like this is a long scroll. Shit. Right? Like yeah. The thing though is you can kind of watch it unwind, and then this point here, I don't know, they kind of taper off. So basically what I do is I filter by the time, and you can see here, 42 minutes we got one that's going to get liquidated. 44, 54, 55, 58, couple hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So like this right here, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. That's the concerning part. It's like when there's ones that are coming due every single hour, multiple. Nice little gold. Oh my.
I mean,
that's nice.
Mutants were literally 4 ETH not too long ago. So that's a grail at 4 ETH.
So yeah, basically, I mean, as long as these like continue to pile up sky high, there's definitely going to be some concern there, and you can see this too. I mean, they're continuing to roll out more than 24 hours from now. So some of those will get some of these will get refinanced because they're low enough, like this 244. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's like, no, I actually want to keep this ape. Then they'll just like refinance, pay back a little bit so that they can keep the loan open. And then that'll kind of eat away at the bottom. And then you have the ones that are rolling off the top, which is where the real damage comes in. If these get into the hands of people who just turn around and dump them and decide that they want to just take a 0.1 ETH loss, I don't know. So anyways, it kind of just rolls off. But as soon as that quiets down, as soon as the loan books look a little more clear, then it should be smooth sailing. And that's when I think I'll put the rally cap back on. We'll go back to the ape PFP. It was kind of, I was joking around saying like, oh, the market shit itself as soon as I switched to an Azuki PFP, but it kind of,
switch it right back.
The timing was oddly suspicious. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know.
Because you're the biggest
don't blame Blur. Don't blame Blur loans.
Just Will.
You can blame it. You can blame it on me. And you can send all of your complaints to the suggestion box.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the trash can on my computer. So
there you go.
Send them.
We love that mailbox. That's our favorite. Anywho, gentlemen, it's the top of the hour. It's been a great conversation. We appreciate everybody for coming through. Just again, reminder, the BAYC Council voting goes live on Friday, the 8th. And again, I would appreciate any support that you may have. If you ever want to come and talk on Board TV, you want to talk about anything, hit us in the DMs. We like to have friends come through. We want to talk and chop shop with you. If you're playing Legends of Tomorrow, if you're playing any of the games, if you have any Yuga asset and you want to talk about it, just let us know. Again, we like to have friends join the chat. We like to have friends on the stream. So with that, Bryce, any last thoughts?
Stay bored. Get your rally caps on.
Get our fucking rally caps on. Will, what you got?
Yeah, I'm coming for all your catalysts, so you better hide them.
Oh, shit. Hide your damn catalyst. Hide your damn monkey JPEGs. We're going back to the fucking sunshine.
JPEGs.
We got the sunglasses ready. We're ready to roll. Hey, we appreciate you. Stay bored.
That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa. I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, Finnish friends on my face, looking like I'm from the D. These no Cartiers, pockets deep, bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise, use a